calling in. Glen Campbell is our guest tonight. We're talking about his new autobiography, Rhinestone Cowboy. And he has so many interesting stories about his life and career. And one thing you should know is that he's gotten very good at ferreting out new talent in country music. And one person you're involved in the music business is with Alan Jackson. Now, Alan tonight is getting ready to perform at the Florence Civic Center in South Carolina. And he is backstage there tonight, and he's with us via Starcatcher to talk. Alan Jackson, where are you?
Yeah.
That's the beautiful Civic Center that we were talking about. Well, Alan, your friend Glen Campbell is here. What would you like to say to him? Have you read his book?
No, I haven't read it. I haven't gotten my complimentary copy yet.
See there? He can still tell he's from Georgia. He's stingy.
Watch that.
Makes $100 million a year and won't buy a 1995 book.
Well, Alan,
We'll give it to you at a discount, Alan. Your signed personal copy, Alan, is covered. I promise you.
Well, that's great.
Alan, tell me what your personal and business relationship is with Mr. Glen Campbell here.
Well, I think a lot of people have heard the story of how I got connected with Glenn a few years ago when I was still living in Georgia and just still thinking about moving to Nashville. Never even been there at the time, and my wife Denise was flying for an airline, and she was in Atlanta airport, and Glenn was waiting on a flight, I think, with his band.
That's right.
And she just went over and introduced herself and said, "Hey, my husband's wanting to move to Nashville and be a singer and a songwriter, and if he could help us in any way." And so he gave her a business card, and I meant to bring that in here. Believe it or not, I got that same business card has been in my billfold ever since that day. I still carry it to this day for good luck, and it's still in my billfold out on the bus. But anyway, we got connected up that way, and I came to Nashville, and the man that ran his office, named Marty Gamblin, was a man I met at Glenn's office, and he helped me get my feet on the ground in Nashville, and they signed me as a writer, and Glenn was real generous, paid me $100 a week there for a while as a songwriter.
Hey, Glenn.
Well, you know, you just like the ball players, you know, they don't play as well, they say, if you pay them too much money. You know?
Well,
I wanted him to go through some hard times so he'd know how to write a hard time song, you know. I want to say something though. Denise, she's a great gal. Oh, Alan's lucky boy to have a great wife like Denise. I looked her right in the eye and I said, "Is he any good?" And she said, "Glenn, he's a real good singer and a real good songwriter." I said, "Okay," and that's when I had to get in touch with him.
Yeah, I was just lucky she was so pretty. I wouldn't talk to her.
So what is the business relationship now, Glenn? You are in a publishing company together? Or?
Yes. When I started the publishing company down here, I made it a precedent to not to own all of the singer's songs. I imagine you might have went through that, Bill. But I told the guys after they paid everything back and everything, half of the publishing was theirs because I think they deserve to own their songs. But I still have half of Alan's songs, and he has half of them. But I think probably the time will come when Alan will want all of his songs.
I think so. Well, I was going to say, Alan, you know, you're standing there, and as time goes by, you're having more and more hit songs. Every time you have a hit, does Glen Campbell get really rich?
Not anymore. He gets all of it now, the scoundrel. See how grateful he is. He's taking all of it now.
No, I want to hear Alan's side of the story. Who gets all the money, Alan?
Well, we both did real good together.
Yes, we did.
Until last year. I think my deal ran out with them last year, so all my songs from now on I own 100%. But they were very generous to let me participate in owning half the songs all those years because they didn't have to. And it really, he's a very generous man, and they helped me all through the years. I remember hanging around the studios when he was recording his album every now and then. Would come to Nashville, and I'd go hang around and run down the store and buy him cigarettes or something, you know. That was my big job. But
well, Alan, can I tell you something? He doesn't smoke anymore, so you'll have to go get him something else, milk or orange juice or something at the store, all right?
That was why I quit smoking. That shows you how well he got cigarettes. Made me quit. Hey, I love you, Alan.
Alan, very quickly before we let you go to your concert, do you ever think about what your life might have been like if Denise had never met Glen Campbell?
Oh, yeah, I sure do. I'd still be driving that forklift down